Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley struggling, grieves the loss of her brother. Savannah Chrisley is currently struggling as she grieves the loss of her brother. Fans have been watching the Chrisleys back to reality. The show does not hold back, and there has been a lot going on since it was released. The family has been open, honest, and vulnerable in all ways. However, Savannah is having a hard time as she grieves her brother. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Chase Chrisley doesn't show up for his sister. Chase Chrisley has not been the best support system for Savannah, Grayson, or Chloe in the biggest time of need. When Todd and Julie Chrisley were sent away to prison, he kind of bailed. However, all of this is from Savannah's point of view. Chase claims that he did try to reach out to Savannah several times, and she would not let him into her life. The two are no longer close, and this is a hard pill for them and their parents to swallow. However, Savannah claims that he did not help her with their siblings or their parents whatsoever. Savannah Chrisley struggling, grieves the loss of brother. Savannah Chrisley has revealed on the new show The Chrisley Back to Reality that she is grieving the loss of her brother. Some fans think that if Chase did die, Savannah would regret the anger she has kept towards her brother. However, Chase seems to be doing much better since the show and his parents' return. It seems as though Savannah is having a hard time being close to Chase. She thinks he is going to end up dying if he lives life the same way he is. So she does not want to be close to him, and it hurts worse. She is trying to grieve little by little, day by day. So when it does happen, it's not so hard. However, fans know this is not the right option for her. Savannah Chrisley has always been known for her strength, confidence, and ability to put on a brave face in front of cameras. As the daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley, she grew up under the spotlight, balancing her reality TV fame with the pressures of navigating family struggles that often spilled into public view. Yet nothing could prepare her for the devastating heartbreak of losing her brother, a loss that continues to haunt her every day. The reality star, who has become the caretaker for her younger siblings while her parents served time in prison, is now grappling with waves of grief that she admits come in unexpected bursts. Behind her carefully curated Instagram posts and her polished podcast appearances lies a young woman still trying to piece her life together after tragedy ripped her family apart. A sister's silent pain. Grief has no timetable, and for Savannah, it often arrives when she least expects it. She recently shared that the quiet moments, driving alone in her car, scrolling through old photos, or hearing a song her brother loved, are when the reality of his absence hits the hardest. I put on this tough exterior because I feel like I have to, Savannah confessed to a close friend. I'm raising Chloe, I'm helping Grayson, I'm trying to keep everything afloat. But when it's just me, when no one else is around, I still break down. I miss him in ways I can't even explain. For Savannah, her brother wasn't just family. He was one of her biggest protectors, someone who understood her in ways few others did. Their bond, often teased about on Chrisley Knows Best, was one of both rivalry and loyalty. They could argue one moment and laugh the next, a rhythm of siblinghood that made his absence feel like a hole she can't fill. The weight of responsibility. Adding to Savannah's grief is the enormous responsibility she carries. With her parents away, she has stepped into a parental role for her younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. At just 27, she's juggling being a big sister, a surrogate mother, and a public figure. Some days I don't know how I do it, she admitted in one of her podcast episodes. I'm grieving myself, but I also have to be strong for Chloe and Grayson. They've lost just as much as I have, and I can't let them see me fall apart all the time. Her grief often collides with guilt. She wonders if she's doing enough, if she's making the right decisions, or if she's allowing herself to truly process the loss when so much depends on her keeping it together. Friends say that Savannah rarely complains, but the exhaustion in her eyes and the heaviness in her voice versus reality. On Instagram, Savannah still posts glamorous selfies, brand collaborations, and inspirational quotes. But those close to her know that behind each smiling photo is a woman still in mourning. She knows people expect her to be strong, one family insider explained, but sometimes she feels trapped by that image. She wants to be honest about her grief, but she also worries about being judged if she shows too much vulnerability. Fans, however, have been quick to offer her love and support. Many who have experienced similar losses flood her comments with words of encouragement, reminding her that grief is not linear and that she doesn't have to be perfect. Some even share their own stories of losing siblings, creating an unexpected community of connection and comfort. Finding ways to honor him. Though the pain remains raw, Savannah has found solace in keeping her brother's memory alive. She often revisits old family photos and videos, sometimes sharing them publicly, sometimes keeping them close to her heart. On his birthday, she organized a small family gathering where everyone shared their favorite memories of him. "I want Chloe and Grayson to always remember how much he loved them," she said. "I don't ever want his presence to fade from our lives." Savannah has also started speaking out more about mental health, loss, and the importance of leaning on loved ones during difficult times. In many ways, she's transforming her grief into a mission to help others feel less alone, even as she struggles with her own pain. The moments that sting. Still, there are reminders that cut deep. Family holidays feel incomplete. Walking past his empty room brings tears. Planning for the future feels bittersweet, knowing her brother won't physically be there to celebrate milestones. She admitted that she sometimes dreams about him, waking up with a mixture of comfort and ache. "It's like for a moment, he's right there with me," she shared quietly. But then reality sets in, and it hurts all over again. The hardest part, Savannah says, is realizing how much her younger siblings are missing. Chloe often asks questions that Savannah doesn't always know how to answer, while Grayson tries to stay strong, burying his own pain in sports and school. "I see them hurting, and I just wish I could take it away," Savannah said. "But all I can do is be here, love them, and keep reminding them that we still have each other." A path forward. Despite the heartbreak, Savannah is determined to keep moving forward. She's poured herself into her podcast, brand partnerships, and building a stable life for her siblings. She leans on close friends and her faith, both of which have become lifelines during her darkest moments. "Grief doesn't go away, but you learn to carry it differently," she explained. "I know my brother would want me to keep living, to keep smiling, to keep fighting for the life we all dreamed of. That's what pushes me, even when I feel like giving up." As she continues to grieve, Savannah has embraced the idea that grief and joy can coexist. She allows herself to laugh, to celebrate small victories, even while holding onto the sadness of her loss. It's a delicate balance, one she admits she's still learning, but it's proof that healing, even if slow, is possible. Closing thoughts. Savannah Chrisley's journey through grief is not a story of perfect resilience. It's a story of raw humanity. It's about a sister who lost a piece of her heart, a young woman thrust into responsibility too soon, and a daughter trying to keep her family's legacy intact while navigating unbearable loss. She may be in the public eye, but her pain is universal. Anyone who has ever lost someone close knows the silence that follows, the aching emptiness that lingers long after the condolences stop. And yet, like Savannah, they also know that love never truly leaves.